What if you could build your own Illustrator brush, design custom typography, and turn it into a full 3D piece in just a few clicks? Hi everyone, Simona here from Vector Twist. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to do that. We'll create a custom brush, a pencil, use it to build a clean, stylized lettering, and then bring it to life in 3D using Adobe Firefly. Let's get into it. Let me grab the finished brush and draw a random path with the brush tool. Look at that. One stroke and we get a full pencil. Let me draw another path, completely different length, and an overlapping path as well. All created with one art brush. But the setup has to be perfect. If not, things can get messy and weird. Let me show you what can happen. The eraser end is stretched, the point is stretched, and the overlapping path is a mess compared to a clean setup, what it's supposed to look like. So let's build it properly from the start. I have my colors set up already in the swatches panel. Blues for the barrel, beige for the point, and gradients for the ferrule and eraser. We'll start with the barrel. Pick a color, grab the rectangle tool and draw a long rectangle. The size is up to you, thin or wide, it doesn't matter. Keep it selected and go to Object, Path, Split into Grid. Set the rows to 6, turn on Add Guides and Preview so you can see what's happening. Then set the columns to 4, since I have 4 main colors. Turn the guides off and then click OK. The reason for this setup is to make sure overlapping paths create the correct art brush flow. Now select the shapes and fill them with your colors, column by column. Since we created grid shapes, we need to group them one row at a time with the 4 colored shapes together. This keeps things organized and later we'll make sure they're in the right sublayer order for the art brush. Next, we'll create the point with the graphite tip for the pencil. Select the beige color and the rectangle tool. I'm using Smart Guides. You'll find them under View, Smart Guides. They help everything align nicely. Draw a shape the same width as the barrel. Then go back to Object, Path, Split into Grid. This time just 4 columns. Turn on Preview and Guides to double check the alignment. Once that's done, color each shape with a slightly different beige, just like you see on the pencil reference. To make a clean pencil point, select the white arrow tool and then select all the top anchor points. Then go to Object, Path, Average. Set it to both and then click OK. Now the graphite tip. Set Fill to None, Stroke to a dark beige, and then grab the ellipse tool and draw a circle on top of the beige shapes. Now with the scissors tool, cut the circle in half and delete the bottom. Then select the circle and the point shapes, open up the Pathfinder panel and hit Divide. Then ungroup the shape, select the smaller pieces and hit Unite in the Pathfinder, and then color it black. The point is almost done. We just need to cut some triangle pieces out of the blue shapes. Grab the pen tool and draw a straight horizontal line exactly the same width as the pencil body. Go to Effect, Distort and Transform and choose Zigzag. In the panel, set it to Relative. Keep 10%, and then set ridges per second to 7. Leave corners as is. Now with the line still selected, go to Object, Expand Appearance. Align the zigzag lines to the top of the blue shapes, top aligned, and make sure you set the blue shapes as your key object. Then select the blue shape group and the zigzag line, and in the Pathfinder, hit Divide. With the white arrow tool, select the small triangle shapes and color them to match the beige. Then ungroup the blue shapes just below so we can unite the beige shapes for the pencil point. Use either the Shape Builder tool or the Unite option in the Pathfinder panel. There might be some artifacts we don't need, so open the Layers panel and find any stray blue triangle shapes, and delete them one by one. Do a bit of organizing as well. Group the beige shapes, then group those with the graphite tip, so the pencil point is its own clean group. Now we need to reorder the barrel shapes. The top shape should be the one with the cutout triangles, followed by the next group and so on. This is important for the art brush overlap to work correctly. Select all the blue shape layers Then click the burger menu in the Layer panel and choose Reverse Order. Now they're stacked correctly. Then grab the silver gradient and then draw a rectangle for the ferrule. Then the red gradient and another rectangle for the eraser. It's worth double-checking every now and then that all shapes share the same width using the Transform panel. Now just a few steps left. For the thin lines on the ferrule, grab the pen tool, draw a very thin line, and set it to 0.125 points in the stroke panel. With it still selected, go to Object, Path, Outline Stroke. Make a copy, switch the color to white, and then place it next to the black shape. Copy both, rotate them 90 degrees, scale the width, and then add a few more copies, and the pencil is done. Now let's group the eraser and the ferrule together and the barrel, and the point is already grouped. Now before we add all of this to the brushes panel, we need to rotate the pencil 90 degrees. Then hit the plus sign in the brushes panel and select Art Brush. A warning will appear saying some elements can't be used in an art brush. That's our gradients. Easy fix. Select the eraser shape, go to Object, Expand, and set Specify to 255 objects. Then do the same with the silver ferrule shape. Now we can add the pencil as an art brush. Remember at the beginning I mentioned the point and the eraser shouldn't be stretched? Here's how we set that up. Select Stretch between guides and drag the guides away from the eraser and the point of the pencil. That tells Illustrator to only stretch the blue barrel while keeping both ends clean and undistorted. Click OK, and now you have your own custom pencil brush in the Brushes panel. And this is what it looks like. Just select it, grab the brush tool, and draw any path on the artboard. So the brush is ready now, and we're going to use it to build our word letter for letter. The pencils I'm using here are from my own brush set. I'll put the link in the description if you want to skip the build and jump straight into the lettering part. But either way, same process. We take each letter, reduce it down to a single path, apply the brush, and that flat simple word becomes the reference image we hand to Firefly for the final result. I'm using a font called Objective. The link is also in the description. Here's the outline I created. Let me show you how I got there. Once you've typed your word, go to Type, Create Outlines. Now we switch the fill to a stroke, and this is where the fun begins. I'm going to take the scissors tool and start cutting into each letter individually. Snipping paths, deleting sections, adjusting shapes. We are not just outlining the letters here. We are actually customizing each one so that we can apply the pencil brush to those lines. Every letter has its own character. Some will overlap, some will angle differently, and that's what makes the final result look designed rather than generated. Okay, let's apply the brushes, the fun part. We start applying the pencil brush to each letter one by one. The stroke width is something you want to play around with. I'm working with 2 points here, but there's no right answer. Some letters need a chunkier stroke to feel balanced, some need a finer one not to feel crowded to others. Just eyeball it and adjust as you go. Then for each letter piece, I'm picking a different brush color. This is where the whole thing starts to come alive. Every letter gets its own color, its own weight, its own personality. And it stops being a word and starts being an illustration. And that rich, colorful structure is exactly what we need before we hand this off to Adobe Firefly. Once you're happy with it, export via the Asset Export panel. Just the letters with the brushes, no background. And then let's head over to Adobe Firefly. Okay, so now we are in Firefly. Let me walk you through my setup. I'm going to choose Gemini 3 with Nano Banana Pro. This model worked best for me, but please feel free to choose any other model. For the aspect ratio, I'm choosing 16:9, and then the resolution 2K. You can go higher if you want more detail, or lower if you're watching your credits. Totally up to you. Then for the reference image, we upload the pencil illustration we just exported from Illustrator. And then the prompt. I'll share my exact prompt in the description so you can use it as a starting point and get similar results. Just keep in mind we're working with AI here, so you might get a slightly different outcome. Then we'll hit generate, and we wait just a few moments. And here it is. Your custom brush applied to a name or a word and placed in a realistic environment. The colors came through too. Each letter kept its own color from our Illustrator version. So the creative decisions we made in the brush stage, they carry all the way through to the final image. And that's the whole workflow. You build the structure in Illustrator with a single art brush. You export it as a reference image, and then Firefly does the rest. What I love about this method is that you can swap the pencil for literally anything. Create a rope brush, create a ribbon brush, neon tubes, branches. It's the exact same process. I hope you like this tutorial. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.